Hey, how's it going, everybody? I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I wanted to hop on here real quick with you guys because it is now summertime for a lot of people. A lot of people are having, like their kids are just getting out of school or they have already gotten out of school. Like last week was our last week of school, or the beginning of last week was the last week of school, and I know a lot of people are having their kids getting out of school in the next week or two even. So if your kids are already out of school, I would love to hear it below. Say yeah, they're out, and when they got out. And also, what are some ideas of things that you may be planning on doing with your kids over this summer? I know that is something that a lot of people kind of are like, well, I don't know, we can do, there's just only so much that you'll think of at the moment. Like when you're actually trying to come up with something to do, it's usually like, okay, I don't know what to do. And at the same time, you can only go to the pool maybe so many times or things like that. So I wanted to share with you guys a few ideas, and and I'm going to be putting out a blog later on today with multiple options for day trips. So I'm not talking going on vacation for the weekend or whatever. It would just be if you are a stay-at-home parent or a work-at-home parent and have a day where you can, go out of the house with your kids, or if you've taken vacation and maybe you've just taken a vacation day, whereas not a whole week, and you're looking for just an option to go out just for one day and do something outside the house. And so tops on the list, generally speaking, when you ask my kids or a lot of kids, I think in general, is it's summer, I want to get wet. So tops on the list is always going to the pool. So if you are fortunate enough to live in a neighborhood that has a pool, then that's really awesome. You probably will be spending a lot of your summer there. If you do not, then a lot of counties have pools, or there are recplexes that have pools that are indoor and outdoor. There are also just other YMCA pools, which a lot of times those are pretty much just indoors, but they are options for you to go and have fun at the pool. Now, another option is to go to a water park, which water parks have become a lot bigger than what they were when I was a kid. We wanted to go to a water park, but there were only one, and it was an hour away or whatever. And it seems like water parks are popping up everywhere, even just your regular local county parks. Their pools are starting to almost get water park-esque type things with slides and with lazy rivers and with play areas for your kids. I mean, even some of the playgrounds have a water area where they'll have water fountains shooting up out of the ground for your kids to play in while they're at the playground. So those are a couple options. And also, if you live anywhere near a beach or a river or a creek, those are excellent places to go. A lake, because there's some place where you can go. Yes, a splash pad, Adrian. That's what those things are called. Sorry, Adrian just commented a splash pad at the playgrounds at your local playground. But so if you have a local place or a place that is within driving distance, within an hour, 2 hours max, that you can get to an actual natural source of water, with the lakes and the rivers or the creeks or whatever, that is a great place to go and just spend the entire day. You can go, you can have, with most of these options, you can go, you can you can make a picnic, and you can, you know, eat lunch there, snacks there, and you know, there is just so many fun options that you can do when you're at a natural source of water. I mean, especially if you have like a sandbar or a beach that you can play at. Even if you're just at a creek or a river, there's so much that you can do, you know, with rocks and looking through rocks and looking at, you know, and fishing, and there are just so many options that you can do when you're at like that natural source of water. If you have to stay at the edge, or if you're blessed enough to have a way to get onto a boat, that's a really awesome option too. So outside of the water, you can also go to amusement parks. I know here where I am, there's an amusement park, and it's about 30 minutes away. Now, everybody's not as fortunate as that, but generally speaking, you can get to one within driving distance. I know a lot of people have different ones. I'm close to Six Flags. That's the big ones around here, but I know that there's a lot of others around the US. Another option is going to a state park, which state parks have tons of activities that you can do in them. It depends on where you're actually located, like within the United States, as to what activities that you have available to you at a state park. But I know, like locally, there is horseback riding, there's of course fishing and going canoeing and things like that, but there's also like exploring in caves, there's zip lining, there's just so many options. And I noticed that depending upon where you are in the country, that those options are just so different and really, really cool, actually. It makes me kind of want to go and research other states to find other state parks and to go and visit those because of all the fun activities that you can do in them. Now, one thing I will say is while we are talking about just doing it for a day, if you are wanting to extend it for further than that and like do camping at a state park, I would definitely suggest, if you're watching this now, to be looking at those campsites because they fill up really, really fast, because state parks are really awesome. And so those are just like 5 of the tips that I have come up with, 5 of the ideas that I have come up with after researching, but there are more that I will be sharing on the blog, and I would love to hear what ideas you guys have. I know that I heard I had asked on my page about some of the ideas that people have, and zoos and going to the zoo and going to museums. Those were things that I also heard, which are just so happened to be on my list, which I was really shocked. There are places, there's a website that you can Google and find what zoos are around you locally, and I was shocked at how many other like animal sanctuaries and stuff showed up under this, and things that I had kind of forgotten that were there. So it gave me more options that I probably will be taking my kids to this summer myself. So I will also have those links, like for state parks and zoos and other options, in my blog. So make sure that you pop back and check for the blog that I will link in the comments, and I will also post it on my page. And again, please comment below and let me know what you guys are doing this summer. I want to hear what you and your family are going to be doing. And I really appreciate you popping on today. All right, well, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.